The relationship between the Rocky movies and Creed spin-off is interesting, but Creed 3 clearly learned from the mistakes made by movies like Rocky 3 and beyond. Rocky was a groundbreaking sports movie that saw the hero go through an incredible journey to overcome challenges and become the best boxer in the world. Then, when the sequel, Rocky 2, came out a few years later in 1979, it continued to build on that legacy and add to the film's epic scale. However, things went off the rails soon after. Meanwhile, the spin-off franchise, Creed, which follows the incredibly talented young boxer, Adonis Creed, has managed to maintain a consistent tone across the first 3 films that helps to ensure future success. However, both franchises still have a lot in common. But with some minor adjustments, Rocky could have potentially avoided the steep downturn in quality as the series progressed. Creed avoided Rocky's mistake of becoming too cartoonish in the 3rd movie. Rocky had a weird tonal shift by Rocky 3. The biggest issue to come out of the Rocky movies began with Rocky 3. Unlike the serious and technically brilliant fighter, Apollo Creed, Clubber Lang was a caricature of a hot-headed boxer. Played by Mr. T, who went on to build a successful career as part of the team of misfits in the A-Team. His character there was a comical version of a big tough guy, and Clubber Lang proved to be fairly similar. Both are incredibly energetic, loud, and aggressive, but they also have a sense of bravado that seems to be for show. In addition, the movie sees Rocky become a completely different person as he spends much of his time and energy posing for cameras. Overall, the movie just seems like a significant departure from earlier entries, with the hero becoming a shade of his former self, and the story going around in circles. Fortunately, Creed 3 did not fall into the same trap, and it made a concentrated effort to increase the tension and drama in the 3rd entry. The Rocky franchise took years to recover from Rocky 3's drastic tone change. Rocky became a parody of itself for years. That isn't to say that Rocky didn't have good moments in the subsequent films. Ivan Drago from Rocky 4 remains one of the most notorious films in sports movie history, but the reputation of the franchise was no longer flawless. Like Rocky in Rocky 3, it suffered its first knockout, and that would forever stand out on their record. The movies became more focused on a battle between villains and Rocky as the hero, with thin stories that failed to push the deeper narrative forward. The beauty of the original movie was the fact that the movie balanced this montage of a boxer learning his craft, overcoming defeat, and training to become a champion, but this happened alongside personal struggle and growth. The relationship with Adrian helped to round out Rocky as a human, not just an athlete. And with both of these narratives playing out simultaneously, it made everything feel more complete and meaningful. Creed started with this type of storytelling, and it hasn't taken its foot off the brake since the beginning. It's difficult to imagine Creed ever becoming as cartoonish as Rocky. Creed has laid a better foundation for the future than Rocky. Thanks to the focus on the dramatic side of the story in Creed, Donnie's journey to becoming the champion has been full of heart, growth, and overcoming challenges. Having never known his father as a man, Donnie turned to others for coaching, and he found close friendship and family with his father's former rival, Rocky Balboa. The romance between Donnie and Bianca continues to be a pivotal part of the story, and by bringing rivals like Victor Drago, the son of the boxer who murdered Apollo Creed during a fight, and his childhood best friend, Damian Anderson, the movies maintain their dramatic tone. But of course, Rocky went through some challenging storylines with close friends dying, and the passing of his beloved Adrian, but the movies frequently stepped over the line into goofy or cartoonish territory. Creed keeps pushing to make each new entry harder hitting than the last, not only in terms of well-choreographed, meaningful fight scenes, but stories that put the hero to the test inside and out of the ring. Creed 3 did a great job at maintaining that tone, and it's hard to see the franchise spinning out of control like the franchise that preceded it.